time for me to buy a watch, I guess. It is 10:54 right now. I got on my Fat Albert shirt today. I don't know, I felt like wearing this shirt. This shirt is about almost 24 years old. I bought this shirt in 1995. And I bought it while I was in Job Corps, Shake Job Corps. Shout out to Job Corps. If it wasn't for Job Corps, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's they don't get enough credit. There's a lot of people just like me, misfits. A lot of misfits in Job Corps. Got a few things I want to talk about this morning. I'm not feeling too well today. I had some stomach issues yesterday. I mean, I don't feel bad. I just don't want to be out there, with stomach issues on the road. And we're getting a lot of rain right now. For the most part, most of the rain is gone, but it's still a good little bit of rain coming down. So yeah, I got this shirt in 1995. I was in Shink Job Corps, and if you can imagine being in a place with a whole bunch of people just like you, a whole bunch of weirdos and misfits, a whole bunch of some kids out, a lot of them were there because the judge gave them an option of either going to Job Corps or going to jail. A lot of high school dropouts were there, including me. A lot of kids were there were just kids given a second chance, Kids being given a second chance. And not too long ago, I tried to reach out to Job Corps. I wanted to go back and be sort of a motivational speaker, to go around to different centers and talk to kids and let them know that if things are not going their way, all they had to do was just hold on and keep strong and keep believing in themselves and all these things, Job Corps gave me the chance to go in the military. And once I completed my trade, once I completed my education there, I was able to go in the military. But Job Corps is a very liberating, but at the same time, they say Job Corps is like high school, the military, prison, and college, all rolled up into one. Because you can't leave the center once you go on. Once you sign up, you can't leave. You can go AWOL. There's a zero tolerance for fighting or any kind of disciplinary issues, drugs. Zero tolerance. So you get caught one time, that's it. You're out, unless you're somebody really, really special. I never got caught doing anything, but I did pretty much everything. I didn't fight. I didn't get any fights in Job Corps. I got into a fight in the Army, and that was a stupid fight. Very stupid. I was young and dumb. But when you're young and dumb, you do stupid things. Especially when you think you're street and you're not really street. I thought I was street. I thought I was cool. Kids do stupid things. So you gotta leave your kids room to do stupid things. If you don't, you're gonna be a hypocrite because you did stupid things. Unless you're one of those people who didn't do anything as a kid, You got people like that. Just people who were living in a shell the entire time. So yeah, I just want to talk to you guys a little bit about Job Corps this morning. I got this shirt on because I bought this at I bought it, I think it was at Walmart, I think it was at Kmart, or maybe the mall, the Asheville Mall. Job Corps to me was, and this is not going to apply to a lot of people. A lot of people could care less about Job Corps. But maybe some people out there who know some people who've gone to Job Corps and benefited from it. Excuse me. Right now we're getting a lot of thunder outside, if you can hear it. Oh my goodness. Sometimes water is the best thing for you. It's August right now, and around this time I always think about, and this is nothing against my family, this is nothing against my parents, this is nothing against my siblings, but around this time I always think about August 25th. I'm sorry, August 29th. August 25th is my anniversary. August 29th is the day, 1995. That's the day I left home. You know what? I'm gonna burn a little bit more of this. It kind of went out too quick. I'm gonna burn another stick. I feel like somebody out there watching is benefiting from the burning of the Palo Santo. August 29th, 1995. Tupac was live, Biggie was live, Nas was live, Mobb Deep was live. They had a lot of booty music coming out of Florida. When I say booty music, I mean 95 South, 69 Boys, Tag Team, Back Again. All of these things were coming out of 1995 was basically popping. That year was popping. I won't go into 96, 97, 98, 99 because those were my golden years. I'll go into that later. But 95, I was an 18-year-old. And like I said, around this time every year, August 29th, I left home. My mom took me to the Greyhound bus station in St. George, South Carolina. And I celebrate this time every year because home at the time was hell. You know, my siblings can tell you, my sister, my brothers, they can tell you. Things were very, very hectic at home, and I was just fed up and I was ready to go because I was kind of like, I'm just gonna say it, I was a slave. I did everything in my home. I was the handyman, I was the counselor, I was the cook, I was the cleaner, I was the gardener. I mean, what do you call those people? People that come do the landscaping. I did it all. I was doing too much. For an 18-year-old kid, I didn't have a life. And I'm not bitter about that because all of that made me stronger as a person. All of that made me stronger as a person. So, my mom took me to the bus station. It's a little small bus station in a little small town called St. George, South Carolina. Back when Greyhound actually came out to the little small towns. Now they don't even come out. You gotta go to the bigger cities now. But I was going through puberty hell. Like I said, we grew up in a small 52 feet by 12 feet. That was the dimensions. That was the square footage if you do the math on that. 52 feet. My office that I'm in right now. The office that I'm in right now. If one of these days I'll turn the camera around, but this office is about almost that size. about 3/4 of the size of the house I grew up in. And there was a lot of tension. A lot of tension. A lot of just negativity. And I had so many dreams and aspirations. I would look out the window at that old oak tree across the field from my house and just dream. So I got my ticket because school had started maybe a week before then, and I didn't. My mom, she said, well, why are you not going to school? Why aren't you dressed? I said, Mom, I gave them all I can give them. I'm through. I'm going to Job Corps. I'm going to get my GED, and I'm going to get up out of here. And she didn't argue with me. She didn't fuss with me. She just said, okay. You know. So my ticket came in the mail. I got my little ticket, and I think it might have been, you know what, you can actually go back and see when August 25th was. I'm curious to know when August 25th was. I'm gonna see on the map here. You guys can't see what I'm doing, but I'm gonna go back on the calendar, and I wanna go back to 1995. I wonder if they'll let you write it in. Let's see. Oh yeah, they do. So I want to see 1995, August. It was a Friday. So that Friday afternoon, and that kind of puts me back in that, you know, it gives me some clarification on the exact date. That Friday afternoon, my mom, I don't know if because my mom didn't drive back then, so I don't remember my dad being there, but he had to be there. Either he was there or someone else drove us. I can't remember. My dad had to have been there, but if he was there, he wasn't too happy. He probably wasn't too happy to see me leave. But then again, I don't remember my dad being there, but I remember my mom being there, and I remember having a ticket. And I remember that bus pulling up, me getting on that bus. I'd ridden the bus many times before. And I got on the bus and waved by at my mom. I remember my neighbor from down the street, she was there for some reason. Shout out to Big Sean, God rest her soul. Big Sean is actually in this next book as well. I gave her a really good part. She's a really, her character is really strong in this story. But Big Sean was there for some reason. And I remember getting on the Greyhound bus, driving upstate South Carolina, I-26. I think we got on 95 first, and then we got on I-26, I believe. And we drove. And nowadays, I've been up there since, and it's not that far of a drive, but that Greyhound bus just seems like it took forever to get there. And so we drove, and then we got to this little town called Hendersonville. We stopped in a town we stopped in Columbia first. So yeah, we were on 95, but then we got on 26. So yeah, we definitely got on 26. I-26, stopped in Columbia, and we picked up one guy there. I didn't know he was going to Job Corps with me, but he got on the bus. Little short, dark-skinned black dude. I forgot his name, but he was looking terrified. So when the bus got to Hendersonville, North Carolina, me and him, or he and I, we got off the bus together, and there was a green van there waiting on us. And Cameo was the guy driving the van, and it was a white guy in the back. And they introduced themselves, and we talked a little bit, and we drove back to the center. And I remember that night going down these winding roads, going up these winding roads, and it was a smell that came through the vents of the van, and I didn't know what that smell was, because you know when a kid is used to being in a certain area most of his life. I had only gone at that point. I had only gone to Harlem, New York twice, but this was a smell I had never smelled before, and I was like, "What was that?" And he said, "Oh, that's a skunk." It was a dead skunk that was on the side of the road, and the smell from that skunk came inside the vents, and it was this real strong, pungent smell. I mean, I would later go on to smell that smell several more times, because there are several skunks in Pisgah Forest, North Carolina. Several skunks. So we get to the center. It's nighttime, and we're getting getting this briefing. I think we got some linen, I believe. But I remember getting some shower shoes. I didn't know what to do with the shower shoes, but they had to explain, these are your shower shoes. You want to keep these on when you go take a shower. And you know what I'm going to do is because I'm going to edit this video. I'm going to put some pictures of Job Corps up in this video. That's what I'll do. As a matter of fact, let's see if I can find these pictures. This is gonna be a long one, y'all. Man, the rain is coming down out there. So yeah, I'm gonna dig through those pictures in a little bit, but let me get back to my story. So yeah, we get our shower shoes. I think we got some toothpaste and little things. I have my big suitcase with me, this big free suitcase. When you're poor, people give you things, and when it's time to use those things, you use them. And I remember that suitcase. It was a big orange suitcase. I remember that suitcase coming with me to Job Corps, and I remember a shaving kit coming with me to Job Corps. My cousin Scooby, shout out to Scooby, Alexander Ross, he probably won't remember this, but he gave me a shaving kit when he was at the College of Charleston. Me and my cousin Shannon, shout out to Shannon Ross. We went to help him move some things, and he gave me a shaving kit, and I took that shaving kit, and that shaving kit went from Job Corps to basic training to AIT to Germany. That shaving kit went all over the place with me, and then I think it just finally fell apart. But yeah, I remember getting that shaving kit, and I was thinking, oh, I'm gonna use this thing. Also, too, before I went to Job Corps, I began saving my little change every time I got a quarter nickel. If you guys remember the little cocoa cans, the Nestle Quick cocoa cans or the strawberry cans, I took one of those and I super glued the cap down, put some electrical tape all around the whole thing, and I started saving. I cut a little slit in the top. I started saving my nickels and dimes. I put $1 in there every now and then. I put a $5 bill in every now and then. And when it was time for me to go to Job Corps, because they told me beforehand that I would need a bank account. It's my first bank account. I still have that same bank account today. That bank account is about 24 years old. So when it was time for me to go to Job Corps, I took that can and busted open, and I had $40 saved up. So I opened up my first bank account with $40. But anyways, that night we got into Job Corps, and it was late night, and it's in the, I can't see anything, it's dark, but I'm smelling, as we were walking to the dorm, I can smell that we're in a forest. I can tell a forest. I can smell the foliage. I can smell the crisp air. The air is so clean and crisp, and but I couldn't see anything. So that night we get in, and I meet my bunkmates, because in Job Corps you get in a dorm. It's an all-male dorm, and the dorm is broken down by sections, and every section you have maybe 3 or 4 bunk beds. And so I go in my room and I meet this guy named John Torres Floyd. I used to call him JT. He was from Tampa, Florida. Tampa Bay. Cool dude. He was from the Virgin Islands. Cool. I'm talking cool. Cool as hell. And the guy that came with me from Colombia, I forgot his name, but we ended up being in the same room. And from the first time meeting him, I knew that he was not going to last long because he was terrified. And I meet another guy named Lama. I can't remember Lama's real name, but he was from South Carolina. I think he was from Mount Pleasant area, Monk's Corner somewhere. I remember it started with an M, and it wasn't too far for me. So it might have been Mount Pleasant or Monk's Corner, but Lama was real cool, real laid back, kind of like, he was really, really cool, Lama. And I have so many stories about Job Corps. I'm gonna have to end this one kind of short, but the next morning, after I meet the roommates and everything, it was only those 2 guys at the time. And the next morning, all of these guys, 60 guys in one dorm. If you can imagine 60 people living in one area that's not very big, a whole bunch of testosterone, a whole bunch of, just attitudes, but it was it felt so refreshing seeing all these guys. And I was like, man, I wasn't scared at all. I was like, this is where I'm supposed to be right now. And so I walk out. JT, John Torres, he told me, he gave me the rundown. Shout out to John Torres Floyd. Shout out to Lama. Shout out to Shank Job Corps, man. Shout out to Shank Job Corps. I gotta say that again. Because if it wasn't for Job Corps, who knows, man. I had a job at Piggly Wiggly before I went to Job Corps, and everybody, all of my family thought that was a great job. And in the back of my head, I'm like, no, I'm not bagging groceries for the rest of my life. That's not gonna happen. People telling me, you got a good job now, you might want to keep that job. You sure you want to go to Job Corps? They got gay kids there. And there was gay people in Job Corps, and it's you got drug dealers and I heard so much. But at the same time, I'm not listening to anything. I'm like, I don't care what y'all say. I'm getting the hell up out of here. I gotta get up out of here. 18 years old. So that next morning, JT was a thug, by the way. He was a thug. This dude was super thug. I'm talking about, he opened up his locker. He had all these pictures with different girls and guns. And you just knew Job Corps was a lot of thugs in Job Corps, a whole bunch. But at the same time, just because you're born into a situation doesn't mean you want to stay in that situation. And a lot of those people in Job Corps were trying to get away from that life. My best friend in Job Corps was a guy named Gregory Cribbs from Alabama. He showed me gang signs and he used to tell me about things all the time. But he had a little daughter. He was 22 years old. He had a little daughter. He didn't make it. A lot of people didn't make it. A lot of people either got kicked out or they went home and never came back. That's just the reality of it. But so the next morning, JT's telling me about breakfast and how to go about getting breakfast and all this stuff. So remember, I got there at night, so I didn't see anything. So first time I go outside, this is my first time ever seeing mountains. Pisgah Forest, North Carolina is right in the middle of the Appalachian Mountains. So I go outside and I'm like, what is that? And it's these tall, and the Appalachian Mountains is not that big, but if you've never seen mountains before, They're huge. So it's these tall, everywhere you look, it's mountains all around. And everything is so green, but dying because it's fall. Oh, it's about to be fall. Excuse me. So that was a nice treat. But right now I'm going to show you guys some pictures. You know, I made it through Job Corps. I got my GED in 3 months. That's kind of quick, considering, you know, I met some people that have been in Job Corps for years and they just couldn't get the GED. But the reason it took me so long to get my GED is because you got two parts that you attend in Job Corps. You have trade 1 week and you have education 1 week. And you go at your own pace. Nobody's rushing you. You're going at your own pace. And when I first went to education, I was like, okay, this seems like it's not going to be too hard to do, you know. And the reason I dropped out of high school is because I was going through so much stuff. Mentally, I was defeated. I was completely defeated mentally. I was beat up, exhausted mentally. And when you're that tired and beat up physically, you also feel tired and beat up, you know. That's where I was. I wasn't a popular kid in school. I was one of those kids in school that people, when people really were feeling down or having a bad day, they would see me and let out all their frustrations on me. That was me in school. And anybody can tell you that. You know. Yeah, I was cool. I had my friends and everything, but bottom line is, you know, a lot of people who I thought were my friends in school really wasn't. You know, really wasn't. You know. And so I didn't have a lot of friends. Not real friends. I had a few, but not real. I didn't get real friends until I went to Job Corps and then went in the Army and met my best friend. Shout out to Mr. Edwards, Mr. Nathan Edwards from Columbia, South Carolina. My best friend to the end. That's my brother from another mother. He's from Columbia. We went through basic together. We went through AIT together, and then we ended up in Germany together. And still best friends to today. I mean, we hadn't talked in quite some time, but I think we're not talking right now because nobody's talking right now. You know, we still communicate, but we're not getting on the phone and talking for like 3 hours like we used to. And that's fine. He knows what we've been through, and he knows where we're going. Shout out to Isabella too, Mr. Mateo, Isabella from San Diego, California. Another real good buddy of mine. But yeah, I was in high school. I was probably I was a punching bag in high school. If you wanted somebody to get a quick laugh off of, it was me. I'm gonna see if I can find a few pictures here from Job Corps. And okay, no, that's not one. Okay, every picture I'm seeing right now, oh, this is the Army. This is the guy in the middle. That's Mr. I wanted to do this a little more professional, but that's me on the left, I think. It's probably going to be on your left. This is me right here. No, that's not me. That's me right there. That's Mr. Edwards right there, Nathan Edwards. And that's Mr. Isabella. Mateo Isabella from San Diego, California. We used to call ourselves the Three Negroes. The Three El Negroes. And this picture was taken in Bosnia. Yeah. But let me find some how many minutes is it now? Oh, it's been 30 minutes already. I'm sorry, guys. I really didn't want to make it this long, but I'll go ahead and edit it and make it a little shorter. All these pictures I'm looking through, I don't see not one from Job Corps right now. What is this? Any other time I'm not even looking. You know how it is. Y'all know how it is. Y'all know how it is when you're trying to find something. It somehow eludes you. Right now, I can't find one picture from Job Corps. But all of these pictures pretty much made me who I am today. Yeah, there we go. This is not a real good picture. I don't remember. I only remember. This is a Job Corps picture right here. The guy with his hand on his face there, that's Simon. He's from Columbia, South Carolina, Simon Brown. The white guy in the picture, he's throwing up a C. That's the dorm we were in, Cradle Hall. His name was Goldie, John Tant. And the guy next to him, we used to call him Head because he had a big head. And the guy, he was pretty new. The guy standing next to Simon, I forgot his name, but all of these guys had a thug. Even though they don't look like thugs, those guys is kind of, they had a past. Like I said, all of them were trying to change, trying to turn a new leaf, you know. I guess I should have been a little more prepared here. This is my first military vehicle right here. That was the most raggediest truck. This truck right here, that's a wrecker. The bumper number was 124. That's a 800 series 5-ton wrecker. It should have been phased out by the time by the time I got in the Army. That thing should have been phased out. It should have been in a junkyard somewhere, but that was my first military vehicle. I was responsible for that vehicle, and I did not know what that meant. Okay, so this is a good picture. That's a good Job Corps picture right here. That's me on the bottom, doing the whole B-boy pose. The guy standing right behind me in the fake leather jacket, that's Lama. The guy behind him, his name was Willie Sanders from Charleston, South Carolina. That was a Geechee to the fullest. And the guy standing behind him, his name was Johnny Mathis. Yeah, he had a country singer's name. He had 5 gold teeth, dreadlocks, and Johnny was crazy as hell. Yeah. That's me on the bottom there. Now, see, I got on a military jacket and military pants. You see Johnny has on military pants. Now, that was the week that I was going to trade. And so we got all of the military old uniforms. So that's what we wore to trade. We got all the old BDUs and things like that. See, Lama and Willie, those guys, they're dressed in casual clothes. They were going to education. that week. And like I said, you have 1 week of trade, 1 week of education. So, and Johnny was I remember Johnny was a mason. He was going to masonry. I was going to automotive technology. And I believe Willie was going for culinary arts, and Lama was going for landscaping. Some people say, man, how do you remember all this stuff, man? Okay, so this is a picture of me at trade. As you can see, I got my little safety glasses on my head. Thought I was cool. Had a gold earring in. I'm working on. I'm 18 years old right here in this picture. I'm 18 years old. Yeah. Working on some poor person car. I mean, because I didn't know what I was on. Not back then. So that's all the pictures. I mean, I got more pictures, but I'll have to look through all these pictures. Oh, I gotta show this one. This is my best friend right here, Edwards again. He came to visit him and his family one Christmas, I think. I can't remember when it was, but this camera's not focusing. Yeah, Mr. Trigger. What it be, buddy? I'm not gonna show you that. Yeah, so that's you know, that's a little piece of my history right there. Just a little small piece of my history. You know, I said I'm gonna do something a little bit different this morning. Shout out to Miss Niecy. Miss Niecy said she wanted to know a little bit more about me, so you know, that's what I can do for now. It's about 37 minutes right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut this short. If you guys are liking the content, go ahead and hit that like button, please. If you are, and I'm gonna edit this, so I'm probably gonna put that on the screen. Hit the like button. If you guys are new to the channel and you're liking what you're seeing, hit that subscribe button. And if you are a reader, or if you know any readers, I'm a writer, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Or subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and go to my website, writethisway.com, and you can subscribe to that as well. If I'm not mistaken. But yeah, that's what I got this morning. You all be safe, be blessed. It's raining out there. Be careful on that road. And Miss Kathy, I am praying for you and your family. Those fires over there in Canada, it's no joke. And if you guys look at my comments anytime you see some comments from Miss Kathy Borthwick, she's in need of prayers for those fires over in Canada. If you guys could pray for her as well, that would be great. Y'all be safe, be blessed. Until next time, I'm gonna go and edit this thing and put it out. Just want to say thank you to all the subscribers. I can't thank you guys enough. I know it's kind of corny for me to keep making thank you videos, but you don't really know what it means to me to be given a chance, to be given an opportunity to give the world a piece of who I am. You know, and that's all I'm really doing. You know, I'm not trying to convince anybody of anything. Just giving you guys a little piece of who I am, and where I come from, and the people that raised me, and my family, my friends. You know, that's it. So thank you all. Salute you all. And thank you for making it to the end of the video. Be blessed.